Glenn, when you were speaking earlier, you were saying that, a few heads might roll because of what we saw taking place. On the one side, of course, the Secret Service agents did manage to save him in a way, moving him out of danger as soon as they sensed it. But the question being, and being a former intelligence officer, would you call this an out-and-out security failure?
Well, it will be called that because the event occurred. Anytime something that is not supposed to happen occurs, then it's characterized and taken to be a failure. So the answer to that is yes. Sometimes, and many times actually, whoever is responsible for a given issue will do nothing wrong, and yet something wrong will happen anyway. But the person is responsible, or the people, or the organization. It is inevitable. We all know the practice in navies that if a ship hits a shoal or something happens wrong, even if the captain had done everything possible, the captain is held responsible. So that will happen no matter what the investigation ultimately finds.
Considering what we have seen today, in terms of an intelligence officer, what do you think needs to be the changes which need to be made now around these, the remaining part of the campaign? Because is it possible, considering what we saw today and the fact that there's so much chatter about gun culture and the fact that this is such an important issue but stays in the background and, gun availability is so common in the U.S. So is it possible to even completely secure open rally events like this, or henceforth, what do you think are some of the immediate changes that you would hope to see at such big ticket campaign events?
I think perfect security is impossible in any circumstance, but in particular, given that, as the previous person being interviewed mentioned, and as we all tragically know, there are literally more guns in America than there are citizens. So that gives America a particular dark honor for those who wish to commit mayhem or violence. But President Kennedy, the day he was assassinated, said to one of his advisors, well, if someone wants to kill me, they will succeed at some. There's nothing ultimately that could stop this or make me untouchable, and that is tragically correct. So it seems to me, and the Secret Service and the FBI will, this is their job, and they will have thought through this problem every hour of every day in a way that I have not, that the alternatives are that you accept some level of risk for the candidate to be in public, or you not allow the person to be exposed to large numbers of people who are impossible completely to control.